quick note here before we begin this episode of What Am I Rolling? This episode's one-shot, Die, Total Party Kill, does contain mature content and some sensitive topics may come up. Content warnings for this particular scenario include and are not limited to murder, torture, teenage drama, violence, alcohol and substance abuse, emotional manipulation, and terrible GM practices. If you're not in a good headspace just now, feel free to stop listening and come back if or when you're ready. Thanks again, and stay safe, my friends. Hello, and welcome to What Am I Rolling? A twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast, hosted by me, Fiona. This is part 2 of our Die one-shot, so make sure you've listened to the first part before continuing on with this episode. To briefly recap, Evelyn, Celena, James, Matthew, Matt, and I have just finished the setup of the quick start scenario, Die, Total Party Kill. Each of us have created a persona, a flawed human being from the real world. Along with the other personas, they all make up a social group who, when they were younger, played a role-playing game together. My persona, Vicky, was the GM and ran the game until an awful session happened where she threw the entire party into a killer dungeon, Blade Glades of the Everchild. Now, years down the line, everyone is back in town, and Vicky suggested a game for old time's sake. With mutual recrimination both in and out of the game, everyone is surprised that Vicky asked. They are perhaps even more surprised that everyone else said yes. Celena is playing Anastasia, Vicky's ex-best friend. Matthew is playing Mike, Vicky's older brother who she loved. James is playing Alex, jealous bully who made up rumours behind Vicky's back during school. Matt is playing Mason, the hang-along friend of Mike who just wanted to have friends but never really quite fit in with the group. And Evelyn is playing Philippa, now Fontina, Vicky's friend who is less well off than the rest of them, and for whom she pitied. Now that persona creation is over, I have asked the players to step away from the table before moving on to the next stage. As the game breaks up quite nicely into distinct sections, I'll go into each section before each part of the one-shot. One last thing before we begin. Naturally, there are times in this one-shot where the players and myself, mostly myself, get the rules wrong or forget something plot-wise. Whilst we always endeavour to stick to the rules wherever possible, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes, and what matters most is that everyone enjoys themselves. This was an in-person recording of the RPG, and as a result, the audio quality does reflect that at times. I know there's a little bit of crosstalk, a little bit of confusion at times, but just imagine that you're listening to some found audio recordings, like lost footage films. You'll see what I mean. I really hope you folks enjoy it. So, with all that out of the way, let's play Die. Sent the players downstairs, so we're going to come back in character for personas. They're very excited. I'm going to give them a few seconds just to quiet them down. Oh my god!
Vicky!
Yeah, hi! Oh my god! It's so good to see you! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hello!
How has it been?
Oh god! Who knows? Oh my god! You look amazing!
Oh, thank you. It feels like
changed.
I was going to say the same. It feels like it was yesterday.
Yeah, take a seat. How are
Thank you for inviting me. I mean,
I saw.
I'm here. Well,
I saw the news.
Yeah.
The case. That's incredible.
Oh, that news.
Yeah.
Yes, that was good.
Yeah, it's alright.
It felt.
Oh my god!
Nice.
Listen, oh my god, how are you?
Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Great.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice. Hi. Yeah,
Come on. Yeah. Did we hear?
You remember?
We've met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes, I'm saying I better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, shall I have it? Yeah.
No worries.
Hey, we're doing this.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Thanks for
How's
coming.
it going?
Appreciate it.
No worries.
You found it all right and everything?
Yeah, it was okay.
Great.
Long time no see, buddy.
Great.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't you
How are you?
guys used to be really close?
We hung out quite a lot,
Yeah, I
didn't
think.
Yeah, I think
How are you?
you brought Mason. Yeah.
we? Yeah.
How are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Just put along, same old.
Okay.
Nice. Oh my god. Hi.
Vicky, hi.
So good to see you.
Yeah.
How are
It's
you?
been I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm really good.
You look great.
Yeah, so do you. So do you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh wow. You're all here.
Hey, Alex, buddy.
Hi.
How's it
Hi.
going?
It's been a minute.
Sorry,
everyone.
Hey.
I'm so my driver got so lost on the way. You know.
Of course they did.
Thank you so much for coming, Philip. I absolutely appreciate it. Sorry, that's what
Nice
we're
to
doing.
see you. Mwah. Oh,
Hey.
darling. Mwah. Mwah.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi.
Fantastic. You look. I've been looking at your Instagram. It looks like.
Oh gosh, we're just so lucky. We're
Sponsorships.
just so blessed.
Yes, all the hashtags. I couldn't keep up with those sort of things.
No. I mean, I would try, but
Yes.
I have someone to do that for me.
Really?
Someone manages your account?
I mean, that's just how they do it. You know, you reach a certain number of affiliations and the hashtag spawns, etc., 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 and you know they just sort of send someone out to you and they do it for you.
Oh, well done you.
Amazing.
Thanks so
I just said that Anastasia won a big case in the news recently. It was all over. It looked incredible. Like.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've been, like, Son's signal, like, in Bali. So, yeah, did a bit of a
French.
detox.
The French.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
no, great.
I don't speak French, but that's the biggest thing that's happening right now. Yeah.
Amazing.
It was, I mean, like a lot of kind of 1 o'clock in the morning sort of finishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know why they even brought it. I don't know what they were trying to do, but there we go.
You're always the hard worker.
Look, you've got to push to be the. I mean, hey, this is not about me.
No.
How are you?
I'm fine. Mike, I saw like you're going on tour again.
Yeah.
That's amazing. After what, 3 or 4 years? That's
No, it's been a while.
solo tour. That's incredible.
Yeah, no, it'll be good. It's a solo tour, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, darling, we must get tickets. Who do I tell my concierge to speak to get
You can find
get
them on
some
my
box
website.
seats or something?
Yeah, you can find them on my website, I'm sure.
Okay, right. I'm sure someone will Google that for me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we're trying to play it cool, right? But Mike, oh my goodness, I can't believe you made the time.
We're talking to the
Yes.
man whose song was literally playing in the car on the way here. That's wild.
That's very sweet, thank you, yes.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I heard the demo. It was really cool. Like,
Good, I'm glad you listened to it.
Yeah. I who cares about Ed Sheeran singing
I know.
it? Like, I'm very pleased for you.
Thank you, yeah.
You got the first listen?
Family WhatsApp. You know, somebody leaks it and.
Well, no, yeah, so I wrote that song with Ed and he gets all the credit for it.
Yes. Yeah.
Typical.
Oh, Ed, he's such a tyke, isn't he? No. I see him sometimes. Just around.
It's really annoying, he brings his Lego into the studio.
What about
That's pretty cool.
What about yourself, Alex? How are things with you? Like.
Oh, I mean, Lego in studios for me. No Instagram account to speak of. I'm good.
No.
I'm good.
I don't think I've even seen you on like Facebook.
I've been plowing my own furrow, doing my own thing.
That's awesome.
Sounds like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Sometimes you just really have to get away from it all,
Yeah.
Yeah, like really get in touch with yourself.
Yeah,
Really
I took some
respect that. Mhm.
I took some time to do that.
That's
It's-
awesome.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Mason, I
Yeah.
hear you're teaching now.
I am teaching now, yeah, it's really good, really loving it. Really
What subject?
I teach physics.
Oh,
Yeah, it's really good fun.
is it to say if it's decaying, it's biology, if it's fizzing, it's chemistry, if it's not doing anything, it's physics, right?
Yeah, well, over
Okay.
a long enough time scale, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's going well though.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I love the job. It's really good. I'm trying to, sort of really, really good team I work with.
Great.
Not a great deal to report really. Yeah.
Physics? You were never any good at physics, were you? I thought you hated physics.
I guess I did, but I suppose it's all about the teachers you have, really. And I guess I don't know. Mr. Myers didn't really like me that much.
Mr. Myers didn't like anyone.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. I guess I just kind of had a passion for it later on. Thought I'd throw myself into the subject a little later on. I did it at university.
Well, good for you. I mean, it's so generous of you to go into that sort of career, with all the, kids and the pay probably not great, but it's not about that. It's not about that.
I get by.
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
It must be rewarding though, right?
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Yeah. I think it's very important to. I mean, I wasn't just like you say, I was no passionate about the subject, and I found a passion for it. I think if I can pass on my own passion, help. We need more people in the sciences anyway. So if I can kind of help push that, I think it'd be really good for society.
Yeah.
Good for society.
What have you been doing, Vicky? I haven't. I must admit, I was surprised to hear after all this time.
Yeah.
It's been. When was the last time we were all around the table together?
Yeah, I appreciate this. It seemed kind of out of the blue. I was going through some of my old notebooks. I recently moved, and I found my old notes from our games, and I just thought, I wondered if people were still in touch with emails and stuff. And obviously, we've got our family WhatsApp, and you all responded, and I was like, oh, hell, well, let's do it. Let's just schedule a game, and you're all here, and I thank you. It's going to sound really weird, but I did some digging and I found this really cool game. It was like in the 90s or something. There was these kids, I don't know if you heard, they were playing an RPG and then they just disappeared. They've just gone for like 2 years. No one knew where they were and stuff. And when they turned up, no one ever talked about what happened. And you know what? I managed to get a copy of the game, and I thought, for all time's sake, like we could just play it.
I mean, that sounds exciting.
Right.
But that's not true. Like, that's not... Like, you can't...
It's the backstory. It's the...
It must be some marketing thing.
It has to be.
Yeah. No, marketing. That's probably that's almost definitely.
Yeah, it must be with the algorithm and stuff. But it was very hard to get a copy. I seem to only find one online, and I just managed to grab it at the last minute on eBay. Wow.
It's not going to be like that, like, Everchild thing, is it?
No. Couldn't find any notes on that.
Is it like
We're not going there.
We're not
going there.
doing that.
No.
Day.
I remember.
Okay.
I very remember what happened there. So no, it won't be like that. I promise. Sorry, you were going to say something,
No. It's fine. I was just Is it like a second-hand game then? If it's like.
You can get quite a lot of new stuff on eBay as well.
I was just like, asking, because like I'm thinking of being more like eco on my feed, and I'm just interested. That's all. It's
well,
not.
You know how these games are, that you upcycle them and pass them on to generations. I mean, that's how I see it. I only glanced at it briefly, but it seems to be in perfect position. It has all the dice.
Well, wonderful. Yes, sure.
Right.
Oh, it has been a while since we've rolled anything. That is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay, fine, Mike.
Depends what you mean by roll.
We do quite a lot of rotary momentum and things.
Of rotary momentum. That's a physics joke,
It's
right?
a physics joke.
Right.
Ha ha ha.
During the break, before the players return to the table, the GM decides which player is given which of the 7 paragons to play. Each paragon comes with an associated die: a d4, a d6, a d8, a d10, a d12, and a d20. These dice help activate certain abilities and help make each paragon feel unique and special. You can find out more about each paragon's special abilities and advancement trees in the Cool Die rulebook. Once the personas have sat down at the table, and have made small talk with each other, the GM will distribute the character sheets and go through Paragon creation with everyone. In Die Total Party Kill, the Paragons are already pre-assigned. So, for context, Alex's Paragon is the Dictator, an artistic diplomat who manipulates emotions with horrific magical words. Their associated die is the D4. Fontina's Paragon is the Fool, a swashbuckler who rushes into danger and relies on their supernatural luck to survive. Their associated die is the D6. Mason's Paragon is the Emotion Knight, a warrior who feeds one sacred emotion into their arcane sentient weapons to devastating effect. Their associated die is the D8. Mike's Paragon is the Neo, a techno-magical rogue who steals the elusive fair gold to power their cybernetic gifts. Their associated die is the D10. Anastasia's Paragon is the Godbinder, a cleric who prefers to make deals with their gods to get miracles. Their die is a D12. And Vicky's Paragon is the Master, a magic user who is also a reality manipulator. Their associated die is, of course, the D20.
I've got the dice here, and I've got to hand them out in a certain order. This is a D4. Alex, this is your dice. There's no other dice like this in the whole game. This is special. This is yours. Use it well. The Dictator.
Dictator. That sounds, okay.
Mason.
Yeah.
This is your dice. The D8. There's no other dice like this in the whole game. This is special. It is yours. Use it well.
Good.
Emotion Knight. Mike, this is your dice. It's a D10. There's no other dice like this in the whole game. It is special. It is yours. Use it well. The Neo.
Thanks, Vix.
The D12. Anastasia, this is your dice. There's no other dice like this in the whole game. It's special. It's yours. Use it well. The Godbinder. And this is your dice. The D6. It's exactly the same like any other dice in this game. There's nothing special about this dice at all. Use it, fool. Martina.
Thanks.
And this, the D20 is my dice. You have your sheets. I've handed those out. I can start going through.
Yeah.
I've filled in most of it for you. I thought we'd just get going essentially. So you should only have 2 things to fill in. I think your look, and then you pick on the back of the sheets a cool skill. I think.
A cool skill.
I believe I'll go through it. So feel free to describe it all the way through.
Oh, your luck, not your luck as in like
No.
how well you do. Your luck as in
No.
like how my character will
Yes.
portray themselves. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
exactly.
Okay.
I'll give you a few moments to think of it.
God, maybe do that.
I'll go for the black leather. Will look too much like the Turin 02.
It's not the cover of your second album.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, what we got black leather studs and chrome. That definitely sounds like me.
That is, that's not far off,
Yeah.
Mike.
I don't know why I'm bothering filling this in. I mean, got the D4. I can't imagine I'm going to be lasting very long against a D12 and a D20, but that's
I don't
fine.
even know what they do. It could be like the most
I
important
tell you what
dice.
this does. It rolls up to 4. Do you know what your one does? Rolls up to 12.
To 12, but
So-
but for what? Like, we don't know anything. Alex, we don't know anything
Right,
yet.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We've been playing a new war game where we're actually rolling lower is better, so you know.
See?
So you've got the lowest of all.
We don't know.
We don't know.
What
I'll
did you
reserve
go for?
judgment then.
Well, I thought for my look, light fabrics, they're just more breathable, and just thought that seeing as I work out quite a lot, so the exposed skin doesn't really bother me. So and then I just thought thought that maybe it would be fun to be the hustler. It's just like so different to how I am normally.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I just thought I'd do that.
What does that do? Read it out for us if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the hustler, you add a bag of assorted trading. Gosh, it's been so long since we've done this, isn't it? You add a bag of assorted trading wares of questionable origins and variable value to your equipment.
Cool, excellent. So
Yeah.
I guess you can just add anything then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Just like whatever you like.
Whatever you like. What about you, Mason? Have you picked an emotion for your emotion night?
Yeah. I think I'm just going to be a bit of a basic bitch, and I'm going to go with a rage night.
Oh, okay.
Ace the Barbarian. Here we go again.
Oh, come on, it's just the best class.
Ow!
I mean,
The vanilla.
you do all the damage, you never die.
He was the last one to die in
I mean,
that
fine.
campaign that shall not be named.
What's your look? What's your look?
Do you want my character's name as well?
Whatever you fancy.
Okay, well, this is Callahan.
Callahan, okay.
I think he's wearing. He's a rage knight, but he's actually wearing, it's all fabric clothing he's wearing. It's kind of a sleeveless long coat with kind of like a kind of Street Fighter style black gi underneath, and he's got white hand wraps coming from sort of on his wrists up to over his hands.
Oh, that's very different to what a rage night is, but okay.
Yeah.
No, cool, whatever.
Yeah, well, I like to think things mine.
Yeah. Mike, what are you picking?
Yeah, so I think I'm going to go for my gift as the pet.
The
As a
pets,
pet,
yeah.
That sounds quite cool, I think.
Yeah. What do you pick what it looks like, or can you?
Yeah, I'm
describe it?
thinking it's like sort of like cybernetic, like dog sort of looking creature.
Cybernetic? Are we in cyberpunk? Do I need to...
No. It's all. It covers all genres. It's
Oh.
like
Omnipunk.
Yeah.
What?
Could be everything punk.
Everything. Oh,
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, like.
If you explain it, so
Yeah.
Just.
What do you look like, Mike?
Yeah, well, as I was saying, it looks a bit similar to that Torino too. Yeah, it's black leather, studs, chrome, white leather, bleach, and cat suits. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
A cat suit.
Mm.
I mean,
Each to their
alright,
own. Each to their own.
fine.
Alex, what were you thinking for your dictator?
I don't know how I want to look.
You can always make something up.
Yeah.
You've done it before.
I'll. Well, yes. Maybe let me think about that.
Of course. Yeah, sure.
But I get to make a voice.
Yeah.
I get to manipulate people's emotions with my voice.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go for something positive. I don't want to go for any of the nasty ones. Let's go admiration.
Yeah.
Let's go admiration. Let's inspire people. That sounds good.
Cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Annie, what are you thinking?
Oh, gosh, this is a lot. I don't know.
I think you've got to pick a god, right?
God.
Yeah.
So I
You
don't.
name them or something, right?
A naming god. I mean,
Well,
fine. Naming gods.
you
Like,
can-
fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
You can do whatever.
So there's this god that is about like death.
Yeah.
That feels right. Underworld god. Farron?
Farron. Very cool. Yeah.
I think I'm in like dark suit, trilby, very straight laced.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like a bit last decade, but like in a cute.
A bit less what, sorry?
A bit last decade, but like in a cute way, like fashion wise.
Like a.
Yeah.
I mean, I could wear a different hat.
Well,
If you want me to wear a different hat.
No, it's because it's like just an expression of like your character, darling. So like, do whatever you find suits.
I mean, I could be the right hat. Like it's. I could wear like a
You can be whatever you want.
sun hat.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. It just really felt sleek. Like
Okay,
sleek,
yeah,
like a
yeah,
tie
yeah,
and a
yeah.
suit.
Maybe you could put like
lots of
a
pants.
little cute like diamante on it or something.
No, just very
Alex,
just
Alex,
dark.
What are
Oh,
you thinking?
Well, I mean, not a trilby. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should ask. Maybe Phil's opinion, but
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. It is Fontina.
Oh, Fontina.
Yeah.
Fontina.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Fontina,
Sorry.
that's just a handle,
like,
right? Like, wasn't that
no
you?
worries. No,
Like-
it's like legally like
Legally Fontina.
Fontina.
Not just
yeah.
at Fontina.
Well, it's that too, darling.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
it's
So,
Fontina.
Are you legally Fontina or at Fontina? I'm not.
Oh no, you're. I did try, but it turns out you're not actually allowed to put the arrobas arrobas into your name. So
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It causes lots of havoc with admin and banks, I think.
Yeah. So Fontina. Thanks.
Fine.
Fontina.
Okay. I think Vicky, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
I'll go. Something relatively inoffensive. I hope to everybody's sartorial
Yeah.
palettes, but I'm gonna go charcoal suit, white trainers, open street magician. Let's go street magician.
I just said suit. Fine.
We can both have suits.
We can both have suits.
Do you want me to change it?
No.
I'll go navy
No.
instead of charcoal.
No, charcoal's fine.
Sorry, I'm
Pretty tempted to buy a suit now, actually.
Mason!
sorry. You guys always used to argue at the table.
Yeah, guess something never changes. It's okay. You have the suit.
No,
I'll think of
I'm
something
not
else.
going to have the suit if you want
Hey.
the suit.
I've got something cooler anyway. If we can go cyberpunk, right? Well,
You do whatever we want. If we can do whatever we want, why are
Yeah.
we both in like dark suits?
yeah. No, forget the dark suit. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a robe that changes color. You know, like that horse from that film from years and years and years ago.
That's good.
I was see.
No,
That's,
sorry.
I was for the technical horse coat, yeah.
yeah. That film that we all went to see. Joseph and his technical horse coat.
Once Paragon creation is done, the GM will speak aloud the ritual to open the way to die, and the one-shot will begin.
Without distraction. We're all ready. I think that's literally it for character change, and I'll describe the rules as we go. It's easy once you know how.
Sure, yeah. We'll have a read through some trucks up.
Yeah, okay. I need everyone to trust me on this. I need you to close your eyes. That's the part for this next bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's weird. But just trust me, I need you to pick up your dice that I gave you.
Put keys in the bowl.
Can we open our eyes to find the dice? I'm not
Yes,
sure.
Yes,
Okay.
Come on,
sorry.
Alex.
Sorry. Sorry. I want to follow the instructions.
It's fine.
Fine.
Pick up your dice, hold it, close your eyes, and then put them across in front of you on the table. And when I say, I want you to drop it. Now. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. You are somewhere different. You are in a cabin. One that is very dark. It's grim. Like the whole world around you is changed. You are still here dressed as yourselves, almost like standing at this point as you came into this flat. Vicky is also there, and there is a sign in front of you that's hovering in the air. The sound of dripping with the stalactites and stalagmites around you, the darkness sort of almost in on you, but there's torches, sconces around. And floating in front of you is this sign. The blades of the Everchild 2. The dice that were given to you by Vicky float in front of you. Vicky turns to you all. It worked. Great. She grabs her dice and changes. Her dungarees that she's wearing change into a sort of flowing wizard's robes of beautiful light magic. A huge wizard's hat appears. Her hair dark and long. It's done. I will use a cheat token and I teleport away. You're in this cave. Your dice are floating in front of you. You are still yourselves as your personas. And the sign is in front of you. There is a gate that is shut to one side of you. What would you like to do?
Oh, this is so amazing. It's like one of those virtual reality things, isn't
What
it?
the fuck just happened?
What is going on?
She didn't
Totally.
leave. She didn't just leave us, right?
Have I
Who cares? Where are we?
It doesn't really matter then.
Did anyone
It's
else
like
take a
an
drink from
experience.
Vicky?
No.
Is this just wait, no. This is in my head. This is in my head. You can't all be here. You can't all be here. We can't all be
That's what I
here.
was just thinking, man. Like, what?
Well, that's exactly what I figured in my imagination would say Mason or Shadow Mason or whatever the hell you are.
Oh, Shadow Mason's cool.
Here, like hand.
Ow!
Yeah.
Stop it!
The
No.
fuck is this?
This
Why
is
it the
real.
fucking blades. Oh, I actually remember what it's called now. Yeah.
She said it wasn't real, and it's real.
No, come on.
This can't be real.
No, it's just like, you know, this is how they do this.
No.
Like technology.
Has this
like,
happened to you
no.
before?
Who knows?
Mike is
Oh
a drug
God.
trip.
Put your hand to your face. Can you hit
Looks
your
like
face?
Yeah. but
Yeah, and you can't do that with a VR thing on your head.
Well, not the ones that you've tried, darling. But I'm
Fine.
Oh,
pretty
that's a
sure.
really good point. I've seen this. No, it must be like.
No, I've just can confirm. Jabbed my eye. It's definitely nothing in there.
Well, I really want to try out my outfit, so I'm going to grab my dice.
You grab your dice.
What the fuck is happening?
Describe how you transform into your Paragon.
Sailor Moon style.
Excellent.
Well, this
You can still do that, Mason.
I do it with a scowl.
my hair is flowing, I look darling, twirly twirly twirl, gracefully lands, and just flourish.
Yeah.
Cute. Yes, this is exactly how I wanted this to look. Yeah, looks great. You coming, darlings?
As you grab your die, there's a as shuffling from behind a stalactite is a creature that sort of stumbles out, very zombie-like, orc-like, that starts to. It looks up at you, and it has a very tortured, tormented face that looks very similar to Vicky. It starts to go towards
Ooh,
you.
that's actually just really, really quite great. So just back
Do you
off.
remember that time that
Quite a
I
lot.
spread the rumour about Vicky having work done?
Alexa. That wasn't fun.
Well, look at
More of them start to appear.
Yeah, backing,
5 of them in total.
backing
I'm
away.
gonna
Yeah.
I
Can I start heading towards my dice? Yeah.
Grab it.
Yeah.
Describe your transformation.
Yeah, so as I go to grab it, sort of, there's sort of a flash and a crack, and it sort of just very quickly almost just appears suddenly on me.
Beautiful. Love that. Anyone else grabbing their dice?
Yes, I've reached out mine.
Describe your Sailor Moon.
Well, I've had one form of basic bitch anime taken off me. I'm gonna do the other one, and
Carl Cactus secure.
yeah, I have my deck. No, I sort of involuntarily take like quite like a martial stance, and there's a boom and a kind of it's a Super Saiyan glow, and as this rush of golden energy flies on my body, just my outfit appears as it comes up. My cloak, their long coat billows out and then flaps down again.
Beautiful. Anyone else who's not taken
As I see all of this going on, yeah, I'm absolutely going to reach out and grab that.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I think for me, there's kind of kind of lightning goes through my hand, and it kind of curl up as though I'm in pain. As I kind of unfurl, I kind of stand up noticeably taller than I was before. My shoulders are broader. I'm wearing like the most fantastic, impractical looking dress, which is just billowing from a wind that doesn't seem to be coming from the cave. And my hair as well has changed, and it's rather than kind of being kind of short, flat, and kind of boring. It is. I don't know the name of the hairstyle when you kind of have it over to one side and shit to the other.
Oh,
No, not the very
yeah.
cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Like an undercut.
Yeah.
Undercut, yes, and the undercut is rippling with different colours that are kind of reflecting, like going through the dress as well.
very cool.
And
Radical.
just kind of unfurl and just go.
As you do
Feels
that as
good.
well, Alex, the rest of you, obviously we'll get to yourself in a second,
Yeah.
Annie, but there is an audible sort of, as this dictator comes, there's that sense of fear on that front of you. You don't know why.
I take a beat and I look around this cave and I see no exits.
No exits
And I
coming.
think to myself, Vicky, you're always too clever. And I grab the dice.
Alright, describe your transformation to me, please.
I don't know if anyone's ever done that kind of meditation where it's like, on a body scan. from crown to toe, and a fluttering into place of the dark trophy, just the sharpest like palazzo pants suit you've ever seen. Everything is very dark, like black shirt, black tie, black jacket.
Yeah.
The only hint you get of any kind of colour is like just a silver glimmer in the skin on the base of my hands that you can see just outside of my cuffs, and that fades very quickly. It's only there for a second, and then it goes.
When the game enters the fantasy world and the Paragons take over, the following rules are used to determine what happens when any Paragon tries to do something. Firstly, they must collect a number of d6s equal to whichever one of their 6 stats is most relevant to the task at hand. Strength, dexterity, constitution, wisdom, intelligence, or charisma. Any advantages or disadvantages on the roll would then be accounted for by adding or removing a d6 respectively. Then the Paragon must roll their pool. Each die showing a 4 or higher is a success. If the GM has set a difficulty for the task, the player must remove that number of successes, and if any successes remain, the action succeeds. Another thing is that if any of the remaining dice is a 6, they can also be used to activate any relevant special ability. Also, the Paragons can use their associated dice in activating certain special abilities. There's also some other things around combat and talking about guard and wounds, etc. I'm not going to go into that too much here, as I think those are quite easily explained in the core rulebook itself.
We're now going to do combat. Combat in die, it goes in dex order from highest to lowest, rather than rolling. But also, as well as that, so we'll get that initiative off you in a second. The way, if you've got title initiative, it's basically who goes narratively, what it makes it, so you just go from that point as well. I will tell you, most of the characters that I'm going to play, the NPCs in this, or the monsters, they only have 2 decks in that front, so they're always going to go on 2 decks. And we can always talk about that as well. But yeah, so what do we have in terms of decks? So I can just write that down.
I've got 2.
2 for yourself?
3.
3. 3.
2.
2. 3. 3. Alright, so we've got... I think it makes sense for Tina to go first, because you've been reached out from there, so I'm going to put you at the top just now. And again, we can make this go in up front, and then I've got then Alex and Mike, you can decide who you want to go then, and then Mason and Anastasia, and then the other zombies will go then. Alright, so Fontina. You see this creature, this very torn-looking, horrible version of Vicky, sort of reaching out to you, and she goes, "Necklace! You took it!" and reaches out towards you. What do you do?
Move back very, just back up a little bit and grab my rapier.
Yep.
And but I'm scared, so I'm just sort of brandishing it around. I'm not throwing it. I'm just sort of saying, "Ooh, just get
away.
Get back! I don't know what you're talking about. You must be confused."
Brilliant, I like that. So we'll do a strength roll, because you're doing close combat. With your fool, you can use your die in anything where you're doing something reckless, which I think what you're doing now, you're not doing anything necessarily on brand. Choose one of the sides of your die and just make a note of it, so that's where you put it on the sheet there. And if you roll that, something good will happen, essentially.
Okay.
So which one are you going to pick?
Special 6.
The 6. Alright, so roll a strength check for me, please. And you can include your fool die in this.
This is my fool die.
I'm giving you that as a symbolic thing, but as long as you do know which one it is, essentially.
Okay, so I just roll 1 die and 1...
You've got, what's your strength?
My strength is 2.
2, yeah, so that's 2d6 plus your fool die, so it would be 3d6.
Exciting. 1 6, 1
Yeah.
4, 1 5.
Yep, so anything above a 4 is a success. You've got 3 successes there. With a 6, you get 2 successes. It's special, essentially. Is there anything you get from... I don't think you didn't get anything from special. So yeah, you can cause damage to this creature, should you wish to. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get it to back off, really. I just don't want that thing to touch me or my outfit. So, yes, just anything, maybe slice off some fingers or slash it a little bit, get it to back off.
You can, because you didn't roll your fluke, you can add another circle to another dice. Basically, it builds up till you have quite a lot of luck, and then it starts to be negative as well. So you can pick another side of your dice.
I'm just going to go 5.
5, excellent, great. So you've done 3 successes to this, so you actually can really hurt this creature should you want to. So I'm just going to give you that option. doesn't have any guard or defense. He just goes straight through it.
Yeah, I don't think she means to, but I think she's just so terrified and a bit out of control that basically she maxes whatever she's slashing because she's just flailing.
I think because you wailing it around, maybe not hitting something, but like you said, the fingers, and it just sort of almost fades like ash. Alex or Mike, who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Can I ask how lifelike do these creatures look to Vic?
They don't like. It looks like a horrid sort of almost like Hall of Mirrors version. Like they definitely don't. They're not like your sister. One thing you would notice, Mike, because you are playing the Neo, with the way that Fontina cuts down this creature, you suddenly go, and you have that sense. Could you describe to me an experience when Mike had the highest high he's ever had?
I think so,
As a
particularly
flashback
after most gigs he'll tend to get highs. I think
Yeah.
looking back any of those sort of parties,
Yeah.
sort of particularly where he's been drinking and lots and lots and lots of girls there and lots of people and everything, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
This
it's sort of...
feels like that. There's a moment you see it as this creature sort of falls to the ground and starts to go. There's almost like a little bit of it looks like we would describe it maybe as fairy dust or sort of gold, but it sort of is a little thing, and you know what this is. I'll also give it to you as well, Mike. There's some part of your body, maybe it's on your neck, so there's like a little slot that you know you can put what is called fair gold into to activate your abilities. So what would you like to do?
Can I dart over to that and have a look?
Absolutely, yeah, and you feel it. You know, you this instinct. You want it. You want it more than anything.
Yeah, can I try and say, like, if I've got this sort of like thing on my body, can I just start to
Yeah,
like
like a
sort
pit
of...
boy or something
yeah.
like that. Yeah, you just scoop it up.
Scoop it
Oh,
in.
and you all see this, but almost like a. So you rush over and grab it, and you activate. So you have currently, let's say, 2 fair gold now, and you can use one of them to activate one of your gift.
Okay,
If you would like to do that.
I'm not going to activate it for now.
No, yes. Because I will say this as transparency, you're aware that these creatures are full of this fair gold.
Okay.
So you would know that.
Do I also have the ability within this turn to attack as well?
Absolutely, yeah. It's free flowing. Yeah.
Okay. Can I go over to the creature that's closest to me and start and attack that as well?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you using to attack it?
I'm going to use a short sword.
Yeah, perfect. You draw a sword and one rushes towards you and goes, "You drink, your breath smells!" Roll for your attack, please. Strength.
Okay, is it the...
It's your strength.
Okay, so that's 2.
Yeah, just roll that. You're not using your gift currently. So yeah, you just don't roll it with your special die.
Okay, and how many dice is it? Is it 2 or
So it's 2d6.
Okay. 5 and a 2.
5, so you have 1 success, so you do hit it for 1 damage. It's still up. You manage to sort of slice at it, and you can see it sort of, again, it starts to fade a little bit, but it has that horrible sort of, like, what you see as this gold, but it's still standing up just now. So for everyone sort of listening, they have 2 health. And every time 1 success, it basically 1 point for 1 point. There's nothing like, I roll a d6 or something like for that, just so you know. Alex, please.
So as I kind of opened my eyes from this power trip, did I read somewhere that there is some kind of tell that everybody understands that I am a dictator just by looking at me, or
I
just
kind of
by
described
being
that sort of thing,
presence?
but you feel free to add to it.
That's fine. I just, I feel like there is a light burning in my eyes, as though there's kind of reflecting a fire, even though there isn't actually a fire there. Maybe it's just because I feel really good.
Yeah.
This feels really good.
You feel alive.
I do, and does there happen to be one of these creatures approaching me in the horrible visage of Vicky?
How could you? You said all those horrible things.
Vicky, of course I didn't. It's me. Don't you trust me? You should trust me.
Ooh. Alright, I need you to make, because you're using your performance, a charisma roll.
Yeah.
If you want to include your d4, you can do. And that basically, if you roll a d4, that will indicate the number of successes you have and the final thing you have over the creature.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Why not?
Yes.
Right. Actually, I should ask: is there any disadvantage to including the d4?
So you can only do it once. You can't do it to multiple people.
Oh yeah, of course. So I pass you the compulsion, and then
exactly.
Yeah.
So you have to roll it first to indicate how strong it is.
Oops.
Ooh.
It's on the floor doesn't count. It's a D4.
Doesn't count,
Nobody
you can't
step.
see it.
Nobody step. It's going to be fatal.
You got it?
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Somebody make a perception check.
I forgot a D8.
Oh no!
Oh god, that's awful.
I was awful.
Okay. So I have one success, and
Yeah.
that success is a 6, and I rolled 4 on my D4.
Okay, so with this, I'll just describe it. The number of 4 that indicates the number of successes. So technically, you have 4 successes. You can use that other success to either bump it up or decrease it by 1. That final number is the intensity of the emotion, and I have what it is here. So what do you want to do? Do you want to bump it up?
I feel, yeah. Like I'm playing with fire. I don't know how hot it burns yet. So
So what did you say to this creature then?
I said, trust me.
Okay, so you total 5. It's an all-consuming obsession, often only the further reaches of madness. Yeah, I do. I come to it. Yeah, I've always trusted you. You mean so much to me. It's gripping you. It's not attacking you. It's right in your face just now. It is an ally to you and will help you in the next thing.
I'll put my D4 here.
Oh, you can give it to me so that it's so that basically when
My
you
arms aren't long enough.
thank you. So basically, if you want to recall it, you just say and then
Compulsion goes.
compulsion goes. Exactly. All right, Mason or Anastasia, who would like to go next? Mason?
I think it makes sense for me to be last, so yeah.
Okay, cool. It says on the back of my piece of paper, I'm not actually a weapon.
Yes. So do you want to? What weapon did you go for?
Well, I think, is it fair to say I have become emotional, in this moment?
Yeah.
I think
How do you
Mason's
feel in this moment? See all this happen to your friends.
He's back here again. He had this awful experience. He's come back to try and extend some kind of olive branch
Broke all
off
of your
it.
friendship group.
And it's just all come flooding back to him. There's these weird, like, distortions of this person who was the initial kind, or who he feels is the initial cause of a lot of these negative emotions that he's having. I'm pretty angry.
All these memories come flooding back to you.
And as the memories come flooding back to him, the hand wraps, these white sort of wraps around his hands, start to sort of thrum and glow. And looking closer at them, they start to become like tiny little like sinusoidal waveforms. And there's little arcs, like in a plasma ball, just flicking off them. And they glow, and the veins go to his arm just turn a little bit, pulse with like every heartbeat is white. And I'm gonna. Is there another one of these creatures?
Where's
mine?
We've got one that's gone.
Yeah.
One that's attacking Alex. Oh, is sort of engaged with Alex.
Yeah.
One that's engaged with Mike. Yeah,
Okay.
2 more left. Yeah.
Cool. I'm just gonna. Whichever one is nearest to me.
This one make it beeline right for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a beeline for it.
Yeah. It's sort of. Who the fuck teaches physics? Nobody fucking studies it anymore. Can I ask, sorry, if we didn't clarify this, your weapon, I've got it here that there's a personality attached to it. Did you pick a personality for it, please? Because, for spoilers, I have to play this weapon.
Yeah.
It's the one that is lovely and completely well adjusted.
Yeah. Opposite to what you expect from my personality.
What were my options again? I don't think I found
Well, you might be already picked that, but I can always give it to you. But yeah, essentially, aggressively determined in pursuit of his sacred emotion. A critical voice, dampening the night's bogus. The adorable opposite of what you might expect from a weapon or something else.
Oh, I think for the sake of, again, anime bullshit, it should be the aggressive, like...
The aggressive. My soul.
Father! It's my dad.
Yeah. Or, yeah, so this arcane weapon is sentient. It can communicate with you both audibly and in short range.
Because it's like little sound waves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool! It, like, when it talks, sorry.
That is very, very cool. So yes. So I would say you're using your emotion.
Yeah.
So as you do it, so you're going up one scale. So you are currently at strong on your emotion scale. That means that your arcane weapon becomes active. So you can use your D8 in your rolls. So that obviously indicates the number of successes as well. So yes, what would you like to do to this creature? In my proper subject physics.
So as he's running towards the creature, as it says that to him, his like eyes flash white, leaps off the ground and just is going to like double-handed smash on its head, a bit hulky.
Yeah, roll your
So is it
strength
plus D8, right?
Yeah, strength plus D8. Yeah.
All these guys. 1 success, 1 6, and a 7.
Yes, it obliterates this creature. Yeah, your sort of sound. If anything, the sound wave destroyed this creature for you. You wouldn't just hit it out of.
Yeah.
Forget about that. Where's that one gone?
That's why physics is important.
Yeah. Can I just ask, in terms of stance, what stance do you have activated? You've got quite a bit, unfortunately. I just wanted to check.
No, it's cool. So I've got on the back here it just says I've got riposte activated.
Riposte, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just. Well, if that ever comes into play, just use that. You
Cool.
also have a vent as well.
Yes,
So
which is decapitation strike.
Oh dear. That's what my memories is. Anastasia.
Just to clarify something.
Yes, please.
It has on my, so I have equipment,
Yep.
and the equipment is 200 hand, providing heavy protection, and then I also have the scripture.
Yeah, so scriptures
Spells.
are like, they're what we would call cantrips. They're little magic by ropes that you can do. And
Right, so as in like an attack action,
Yeah.
I could use the scripture
Yeah.
rather than
Yeah, of course.
the hand. Right, yeah, okay.
So yeah, to do that, let me find your thing. But yeah, describe what you're doing.
So I start reaching into the sort of inner jacket pocket, and then I stop as I realise that there's something else coursing through me, and I turn towards the nearest Vicky,
Yeah.
and
You were my friend.
I look away-ish out of the corner of my eye, try and get.
Yeah.
Not trying to give myself disadvantage.
No.
Narratively.
Absolutely.
Throw out. I think I get to
You call it.
name it a shadow blast.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, you target immediate range. So
Within
yes.
medium range.
For this, I need you to. So you need to do a wisdom roll
Okay.
plus your d12. Casting a scripture is no difficulty, so if you succeed, it works as you described.
Oh right, super.
But if you roll a 1 on the d12, that's when the god
That's the thing. And because it is a 3 wisdom, I get to a 3.
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
Exactly.
3d6 to throw shade.
Hey.
Nice.
That feels right. It feels right. Oh, 5, a 6, and a 1 on the 6,
Yeah. So you don't critically fail because you succeeded. Yeah. So
and a
yeah.
3 on the 12.
Fine. Yeah. So that's 2. That's 2 above 4. Correct. 2.
Correct. Yeah, 2
2
successes.
damage. So yeah, you how do you obliterate?
Oh.
Tricky. Yeah. You only have to
It's almost as if it's bestial, like it's pacing and envelops the shadow, envelops the Vicky beast monster.
Yeah, you hear its horrible cries as it. And I'd say both of these two, killing the Vickies, Mike, that sort of that magic, that sort of smell, and it appears almost like root, a very around. It's now the remaining Vickies go. As I believe it, because there's quite a few of you and quite a few of them. 2 of them have been killed, 1 has been injured, and 2 have not been killed. Is that roughly right? Do you think?
Sounds right to me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go
One
with
of
one.
them's your
No,
best
one of them-
your best
One
mate.
of them's interesting.
So one of them is your best friend. Let's start with the one that Mike, you killed. No,
No, I injured it.
you
Yeah.
injured it. Yes, so it's there with you, and it's sort of it is going to try and like hurt you, and it's like made me look like an idiot in front of all of our family and friends. Worthless. 1 success. As you take, you've got guard, right? So your guard always goes down first. Before
Okay.
your health. So basically, it like goes towards your you dodge out the way, but you lose 1 guard.
Yeah,
as well.
okay.
So, yeah, so remove 1 guard from you. So you've not been injured by it yet. So that's the injured one.
Do you want some
Let's go for Alex's best friend. What do you want to do? Like it's sort of like, yeah, we can do it. We can make it to the end.
Yeah. You just need to, Vicky. You always wrote such good stories.
Yeah.
What have you done here? What's going on here? You can trust me. I won't tell them.
Yeah.
I just, it's good to know.
It's great to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know we can play the dungeon again.
Yeah.
This time we're
maybe.
going to die.
Right.
You're never going to leave like you did last time.
No. Okay. That's great, Vicky.
That's going to be its turn.
Yeah. Cool.
And I believe there's one left. Does anyone remember who it's fighting? Sorry.
I
I was fighting. Did mine die?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, mine died.
kill.
Yeah.
Three killed.
3 killed, and that's brilliant. And they've all gone. Pontina, back to you, if that's okay. So there is one that is Alex's friend, one that is attacking Mike just now.
This is all a bit more real than I expected it to be. Oh gosh, who was working on this technology? I'm just sort of pat my pockets, see if there's anything in there. So there's a bag of sorted little wares. What was that one saying to me? A necklace. I mean, who knows why? Maybe there's one in here to. Yes, yeah, I've got a necklace. Vicky, and she's sort of calling over to the one that's Mike. Vicky, I think you dropped this. I just found it on the floor over there, and she throws it away from.
I love that.
Into sort of some open space, so we get a little distance.
I think that is a charisma roll. But I don't think you're being too reckless because you're not holding it anymore. You threw it away. But that's very smart of you. So I think it's just a straight charisma, if that's okay. So whatever that is, you've got
2.
So yeah, so roll 2d6.
I love that this implies that the necklace is so important to you that it survived your transformation both into a fantastical world and into a magical person.
The bag, so it must mean something.
Yeah, exactly.
5 and 5. Yes.
5.
So yeah.
And I chose 5.
So something really good happens. So you get to describe what happens. It succeeds. Mike, this creature is sort of slashes at you, and it goes. And then you throw the necklace. But what do you want to happen essentially?
I wanted to just be so consumed by wanting to go after that necklace that it sort of like bolts after it and maybe trips and just really trips so hard it really hurts itself. It's maybe a little bit funny.
Sure. I realised you didn't roll your fool's dice with it. So it's only on the fool's dice that happened.
Oh, right.
That's okay, because you did succeed still.
Okay.
So I think it still comes over and maybe, let's just say for comic effect, it does trip. But it doesn't stumble away. Yes. Okay. But you managed to entice it away from Mike. Yeah. But yeah, so anytime you roll your fool's dice.
Okay.
But yeah, good to know, because I had to check that. So, yeah.
Well, there you go.
So yes, so it moves away from you. That would be your turn. We'll go for Mike next, if that's all right. This creature's turned away and is scuttling after a necklace, which you possibly do recognise. I'll leave that up to your discretion.
So I think I'm torn now because there's
You see this creature.
lovely looking stuff on the floor.
Yes, there's a lovely stuff on the floor. This Vicky creature's turned away from you. It's got its back to you currently.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the gold again. But it's being obsessed. Yeah.
It's there. It's actually just help yourself to the other. I think. Yeah, so that'll be 3 fair gold now.
So is that 5 or is that
3? So you got 3 total. You got 3 total.
Yeah, because I had 2 previously. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So yeah, so you got that, and it feels so good in your hand. Like the way it's sort of almost like like magic sand. You put it in water, it solidifies, and you put it out, it's not. Yeah.
God, I wanted that stuff so much when I was a kid.
The magic sand.
It has that texture, and it just feels so good. And you know that if you just put it in, you will feel more complete. Your AI actually is going off the rails, going. There is a lot of fair gold around you. Please advise. What would you like to do?
I'm going to. Can I go over to the other creature because I'm assuming that one's got gold in it as well.
What, the one next to Alex?
No, the one that's got the necklace.
Yeah, the one that's sort of gone. It's got its back to you, so.
Yes, I can stab it in the back.
Yes, go for it.
It's a metaphor.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and stab it in the back.
Yeah. Are you? Yes, because just roll your strength, please. I'd say as well because you've helped. Get an extra d6 on top of that as well because you've got advantage.
2 success and 1 fail.
So you succeed anyway because you've got some successes. How do you destroy Vicky?
So I'm literally just going to get up with my sword and just behind it. How rude.
No, you just stab it in the back.
Yeah, it just falls down around.
And again with like the gold.
Yeah, so another gold to your little pile. What's again, just for clarity, so fair gold is what the Neo uses as currency to power their stuff. They have to use it. It uses it to do their powers every single day, and it vanishes at the dawn of each day. So it's always good to have. Going over to Alex, makes sense. So you've got your friend there,
who I believe has just told us that we're not all going to die this time. Was that or was it that we are all going to die?
Not all going to die this time.
No, well, that was wishful thinking, wasn't it?
Alex, you misheard that.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems nice.
Great. It's really nice of you. Thanks, Vic. So this thing, which is still under my control, and has just delivered this bombshell
It's
to me.
actually weeping tears of joy.
Weeping tears of joy. Wonderful.
Over, you've given it.
Vicky, I'm so delighted that you told me that. And do you know what we need for us to play this game of yours? Do you know what we need? And you do trust me, don't you?
I do trust you.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
We need you to rip yourself apart piece by piece. Over there, in the corner.
Anything. And because you rolled so high, it starts to tear at its limbs. And you sense this as well, Mike? It's sort of... and it just tears at itself in front of you, Alex.
Interesting.
I'll give you back your D4. You're out of combat. The gate swings open at this point, leading into a cavern, and there is another sign that appears. If you imagine seeing the back of a cave wall, there are almost like carved lettering in a sort of language that then obviously forms very easily into you. You actually probably, Mikey probably recognise this as in a script that Vicky used to do for the games that would deliberately write out in Infernal and stuff in her own handwriting, but all of you can translate it, and it says, these are the rules of this dungeon. There are 2 exits to the dungeon, one that leads back to reality and one that does not. All living members of the party must leave together. If an exit is not chosen, reality will collapse and everyone will die. And then underneath, written in blood, this time you will die for real. And then there is a shockwave that goes through the cave as an earthquake goes, and it says, you have 2 hours until reality collapses.
With the setup and the stage set for a game, how will our personas deal with being back together at the table again? Find out next time on What Am I Rolling? The What Am I Rolling podcast was created, recorded, and edited by me, Fiona Howat. This episode's players were Evelyn, Celena, James, Matthew, Matt, and me, Fiona. This episode's RPG was Die the Role-Playing Game, created by Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans, and published by Rowan, Rook & Descartes. You can find out more information about Die and grab your own copy on the Rowan, Rook & Descartes website. That's rowanrookandescartes.com. The theme music was 8-Bit March by Twin Musicon of twinmusicon.org, licensed under a Creative Commons 4.0 license. If you want to find out more about the podcast, check out the website. That's www.wairpodcast.com. Fancy getting in touch? Email the podcast at whatamIrollingpodcast@gmail.com. Finally, follow the podcast on Twitter and Instagram at WAIR_podcast for latest news on upcoming episodes. We've also got a Discord now, so check out the link in the show notes. And remember, adventurers need not apply